Buongiorno. This is Kaypacha with the weekly Pele Report, and this is for August 10th of the great year 2022. I am here at the Temple of the Peoples in Damanhur, Italy, and have a special treat for you today, because this underground, built into the mountain by individual people, bucket by bucket, over 1 million buckets, to open up this sacred space. Each one of these is a portal painted by Falco, the originator, founder of Damanhur. And it is very amazing that it is at this time, in particular, with the Mars-Uranus North Node of the Moon conjunction, that I am here to experience each one of these 6 portals, as you, I am sure, are experiencing a portal opening, giving you the possibility of a new life. So the aspects are, this full moon coming up is super powerful. It is on Friday, and the north node of the moon is at 17 degrees. Uranus is at 18 degrees. The sun and the moon are both at 19 degrees. Saturn is at 22 degrees, and Mars is at 25 degrees. This is a great alignment. And I'm sure that you are feeling the intensity of these times. So the sun comes into a square, an exact square with Uranus tomorrow. That's on Thursday. And then continues to move. You know, the sun moves about 1 degree a day, and it is will move into an opposition with Saturn by Sunday. This is why it is the Temple of the Peoples that is really honoring all of the people. This is the ceiling. I'm going to walk around and try not to shake my phone too much so you can see all these. This is an honoring of the native indigenous peoples and the people beforehand, before, let us say, culture came along, socio-cultural religious conditioning came along to mess everything up. And here at the top we have Horus, Bast, and Pan. I'm going to talk about them a little more. But I think you really have to be here to fully surround yourself with the beauty. And this is, of course, there's actually a language that Falco remembered. And these symbols are the letters of that alphabet, of that language. And he says that for a language to be complete, you have to be able to write it, speak it, and dance it. I just absolutely love this place. Okay. Let me finish with the rest of the aspects here. But I just want to give you a shot of these portals into different worlds. So not only is the sun square Uranus, but then Mercury Mercury up there in Virgo, right, is trining Uranus by next Tuesday. And the moon, of course, is conjunct Pluto today, opposite Venus today, then moves into the full moon, and she conjuncts Saturn, squares Mars on Friday, and continues on into Pisces after that. This is a very interesting one I wanted to share with you. Yeah, very interesting. And so the last aspect I'm going to maybe be talking a little bit about here today is Mars trine Pluto, and that is on Sunday. So let me take a little look at the camera and give you a little bit about what this all means. All right, everybody. I must say there's a little bit of an echo here, so I hope that the sound is okay, which I hope every week. I hope I don't bother you hoping about the sound. But let's just jump right in here. I feel like there is no such thing as accidents. We know that in astrology, there is the unconscious, the collective unconscious, the personal unconscious, and spirit, the soul, is unconscious. So accidents is when the unconscious surprises the conscious ego. So this is a time not of accidents. This is a time of very powerful unconscious portals opening in your life, in your mind, in your relationships, in everything that you do. This is a time to be extremely attentive to people coming in and out of your life, to new situations, to new opportunities, to things that are passing away. It is like we are going through a portal, like you are crossing a threshold into, last week I talked about a new identity, right? And this new identity can move into a new life. And what is this new life about? What are the possibilities that await us on the other side of this threshold? This is what is so important for us to discuss today. And this is also why I feel there is no accident that I came to Damanhur at this particular time. The Temples of Humankind. I am only showing you one, okay? But inside this mountain, there are 5. And these are the masculine temples that have been dug out. They have penetrated the solid rock, earth, with air and light. They also have the complementary sacred woods, the feminine, out, and they have temples on top, spirals and labyrinths and all kinds of, and then the sacred tree. And this is what is so valuable, so noteworthy, and so important. I even showed you Horus, Pan, and Bast. Yes. These 3 realms can also even be likened a bit to the human realm, the realm of the trees, and the realm of the nature spirits. These 3 worlds need to be united, need to be connected. We are cosmic spiritual beings that have come to inhabit this physical, earthly plane. And there has been a separation of these worlds. That is what the mantra is about today. Yes? The mantra speaks to this separation that has occurred between us and our physical, human, sexual, emotional bodies and the body of Gaia, the earth herself, and all the gnomes and fairies and spirit beings that live in the etheric and astral realms that are intangible, invisible. What has occurred here, and this is the danger of materialism and materialistic science and the empirical approach towards only using what our 5 physical senses can absorb or witness as the one and only reality that exists. As spirit soul beings on a spiritual path of meditation, of yoga, of art, music, dance. These are the ways and the means. And this is the sun and Venus moving into Leo. I don't know if I mentioned that, but Venus is moving into Leo also. We're going to have both the sun and Venus moving through Leo. Creative self-expression. Being agents of life through our creative efforts. And this, the 5th house and Leo, has to do with recreation, recreation. And sometimes recreation wrecks a few other creations. But here's what I'm here. This is the point. And this is where, our news and our science and our teachings and our schools, and this is also the sun in opposition to Saturn in Aquarius. Pluto moving into Aquarius next year. Us moving into the age of Aquarius. Opposite Leo. Leo is to be the shadow of the age of Aquarius, just as Virgo was the shadow of the age of Pisces. So it is up to us, yes, as spiritual warriors, to continue to focus and to bring energy to art, music, dance, poetry, all forms of creative self-expression, of authentic, sovereign expression of our unique specialness. This is profoundly important during these times when we are given and being fed so much fear and so many disasters and problems and heaviness and it is simply a means of controlling our minds and our hearts. And it's up to us to not allow that to happen. So I encourage you, as I always encourage you, to get out in nature, under those trees, in the rocks, in the streams, feeling into the energy spots. Yes, the grid lines, the ley lines, the synchronic lines. There's so many energy pathways that we can tap into and open ourselves to give us rejuvenation, to give us power, to give us light, to give us joy, and to give us happiness. So this is what I really feel we're moving so much into now, is this whole, and it's a longer talk, okay, for me to go into the long range transits right now, but I will say that Damanhur is one of many spiritual communities around the world, and it is time for us to network. It is time for us to connect and create a parallel society consisting of awakened soul beings that can move from community to community, from place to place, in freedom, in light, in joy. And so I really want to encourage you to seek out, to find these centers, these places, these temples, these people, yes, that we build our numbers and we really become seeds of this new age of Aquarius. So I have to read you the mantra. I mean the Sabian symbol. This is so phenomenal. The sun, okay, is first of all at the 20th degree. Okay, it's 19 degrees 21 minutes. That is the 20th degree of Leo. Zuni Indians perform a ritual to the sun. The keynote is a return to the glorification of natural energies. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying what the astrology already says. But now look at the moon. Listen, this is fantastic. So the moon is exactly opposite the sun in this very powerful square the moon's nodes, square Mars Uranus, conjunct Saturn, the moon coming around, and the symbol for that degree is a large white dove bearing a message. The answer of spiritual agencies to thorough, sustained, and victorious individual efforts. You get that? It's up to each and every single one of us as individuals to carry on and really bear the torch of light through some very difficult, dark times. Yeah. The individual who has gone courageously and with indomitable spirit through the crucial crisis receives, as it were, a deep spiritual blessing from the soul realm. In quotes, mission accomplished. Peace be with you. And in this blessing, a secret prophecy of what is yet to come may be seen by the sensitive mind of the recipient. Every real spiritual step a person takes in their development is the result of a victory over forces of inertia and destruction. The divine is totally present in the heart of all true victories. I speak with many, many people day in and day out all over planet Earth, in my workshops, through social media. I know we are all experiencing some very big challenges to what we have valued as important in our relationships, with our income, how we spend our time. And I want to encourage you to rise above the forces of depression, despair, inertia, and destruction. And stay focused on creating. I don't care if it's a piece of jewelry, polishing a rock, making a sculpture, painting a painting, dancing a dance, graphic arts, music, instruments. Find anything and anything and just create. During this time of Leo, you will find yourself in your creations. You will see yourself in what you produce out of nothing. Let us enhance our imagination, listen to our inspiration, and invite spirit revelation to come through us as spiritual instruments of divine grace. This is a tremendous opportunity. I mean, the old saying is, if it doesn't kill you, it will make you stronger. And I have kind of found that in my life. It's tough. It's hard to keep a smile on your face with all the BS that's going down. And that is exactly what we need to do. So, get on it, baby. The mantra for this week: the oneness of creation now lives in separation. My task is unification through joyful recreation. Don't let it get you down. I think that's going to be the song for this week by Neil Young. It's only castles burning. Just find someone who's turning and you will come around. Let the fires burn the old way down. Don't go down with the ship. We will rise even higher out of the flames, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So yeah, baby, one more time, check it out. The oneness of creation now lives in separation. My task is unification through joyful recreation. May you dance like Pan and Bast and connect with Horus and unite these worlds again. Namaste. Aloha. So much love. In closing, I would just like to share with you the Labyrinth, which is a beautiful example of all the different gods and goddesses from all different cultures, countries, and continents, sharing the same hall, together, ageless, timeless. And this, again, is 30 to 60 meters below the surface. And it is just something that you need to come and experience personally yourself.